Season 50, War number 5, and here we've matched up against Nefty. The bands are Shield, Crossbones, Moleman, Null, and Maestro. And today we have a very, very short war. I only have 4 path fights, and it's all going to be with Gladiator. And we have White Tiger here for a synergy that I really didn't need, and then White Magneto to help for other people later in the war. But for Gladiator specifically, we're going to be taking a full path 3 and just show how dominating he is on this path, because without Gladiator in the picture for some of these fights, path 3 would be an absolute nightmare if you ask me. So basically, the reason why Gladiator is so strong for this path is because 1, he is completely immune to power burn, and 2, he has a vigilance on his special 2 and from his SIG ability, and what that vigilance does is it will reduce the ability accuracy of all armor ups from triggering by 100%. So that is just what is going to allow you to take some of the fights, especially in section 2, where once they gain armor ups, they're going to do like some damage over time to you, and if they can't get those armor ups due to that vigilance, that opens up the window for you to actually be just really good for this. So anyway, we're fighting Venom here on node 3 first, and low-key, this Venom on this node is one of the most killing defenders on the war map right now. He has been getting kills so consistently in my alliance, and I've seen so many top-tier players die to this guy, and that is simply just because if you get caught, you are just dead, because the opportunist node is completely ridiculous. And yeah, if you mess up once, you die here. So luckily, I don't mess up in this fight, and you're gonna see he's about dead very soon after this. So I probably should have heavied into the SP2. Well, actually I couldn't have because of the special lock, so never mind. Ignore me, I shouldn't have done that. But that Venom goes down relatively easily. It's obviously a very hard and very scary fight still, but Gladiator is able to handle the work quite well. And here you're going to be able to see that Vigilance come into play, preventing armor ups right there against that Guardian. He did not start the fight with an armor up, which is absolutely beautiful. So here we're just going to go for an SP2. I'm going to get a few confidence first, however, I really didn't need to do that. Especially when I need to drop an SP2 very soon after, because I wanted to make sure to have that Vigilance Apprentice armor up buff. On this specific node, I really don't think I 100% needed to prevent it, but I am definitely going to 100% need to prevent it in section 2, so getting myself ready for that. Because I'd never Gladiatored path 3 before, so I was a little bit nervous going into it, but I watched a couple videos from Alliance mates just to get myself a little bit ready for it, and then I wasn't really nervous eventually, especially after how well those first 2 fights went. So next up, we're going to fight Captain Sam on node 21, and once again, Gladiator's Vigilance just saves the trouble of this path, because what's going to happen is we're going to start the fight, and he can't gain armors until that Vigilance falls off. And in the most ideal scenario, we just don't ever hit him when the Vigilance isn't active, and then we're just chilling. So we just want to parry light to ramp up clarity, and then once the Vigilance is gone, I literally just want to take blocked hits to push myself to 2 bars of power. And here I'm going to bait a heavy attack, drop the SP2, and then the Vigilance is active. He cannot gain armor ups from here until I get the Vigilance to fall off, which ideally that just doesn't happen. So that's a big reason why you want to run power backs in this path with Gladiator, just because you want to make sure to get SP2s cycled as often as possible, so they just never have the chance of gaining an armor up. Because if they gain an armor up, it's very bad, just because of how much damage you will take by getting a bleed, I think, on this node, and then a shock on the next one. So luckily this Sam is going to die very fast. You're going to see me not really ramp any of my confidence, just because I don't have the time to do that when I need to be cycling SP2s so much, but also the fights just take barely over a minute, so it's not like it's very slow anyway. Those incinerates still tick relatively nicely, especially when we're boosted like we are. So next up, we're gonna fight Future Ant-Man on node 30. This was the fight I was worried about the most, so I did request to use one of my WAGs pre-fights, and we didn't end up needing it for 3 fights, only 2, so I was able to use it. So I'm just gonna back off just to make sure the pre-fight actually stays. and then we go back in, we see that we have the wags there at the bottom, and then we just go into the fight, and yeah, it's gonna be the same as Capsim. We just kind of do our light attacks, but here, because I have wags, I don't need to worry about limber, so I can do 3 hits and such. So we drop the SP2 there, and then the incinerates are now ticking, and yeah, at this point, the fight is very well in our control. I'm going to go for the SP1 counter right there, and I'm actually going to ramp up a little bit of confidence, because I notice I have a lot of duration on that Vigilance still, and I'm not scared of pushing Fat Man to an SP2, because I'll just block it, and won't have to worry about misdexing it or anything. But I'm pretty sure he's going to like die before that's really an issue. Yeah, we just beta heavy there, and then he's dead with the combo right after, so I probably didn't need to worry about that fight at all. And yeah, that's gonna be my war, like the first war in as long as I can remember that I haven't had a mini boss, but that's just how it works out sometimes. We did lose the war very badly, but that's okay. My battle group played really well. We only gave 2 deaths, so I'm very proud of us. But yeah, we're now 2-2 on the season, and I think we're still in Masters. I'm not exactly sure, but next war, I think I get Gladiator again, but a couple minis to go with it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.